In Padiham, we have an estate called Whitegate Close, Whitegate Gardens and Victoria Court, which is situated roughly about 3 miles from Burnley. These homes were built in the early 70s, and because of the design of the buildings on there, we have some damp and mold problems. All the properties have the old electrical heating systems inside, and the majority of our customers are actually on prepayment meters, and they have difficulty trying to actually heat their homes because of the high energy costs.
Recently we've had a lot of problems with central heating, jobs getting done. We started calling it the forgotten estates, if you will. The main problem I have in my house is my boiler. If I have me gas central heating on, I can't have me water on because it either heats the heating up or it heats the water up, and if it does both, it's only lukewarm. So I have to use the shower to fill the bath and then leave the central heating on. If I put my shower on, my smart meter, the dial on the front of it will shoot right around and into the red within seconds, and it stays like that until you turn the shower off again.
You dread the winters, and this is how bad it is. People will move in 2 doors away, and after the winter they go. People move in and move out really quickly. It's cold. I've got 5 storage heaters, and I only really use 2 of them because each storage heater costs me £1 a night. So if I had 5 on, it would cost me £5, and that's not including the telly, the fridge, the kettle. So I just couldn't afford it.
This house has got 8 rooms, and I'm paying £240 a month to heat 2 rooms. During winter, if it's windy, you can see the curtains blowing. There's that many drafts coming in through windows. It's been a case of I can't afford myself to eat. I've got to feed my children and keep them warm more than myself. Sometimes Stephen's had to skimp on birthday parties and Christmas presents because I know I've got to save to put electric on my meter. You're gonna wait.
The Dream project is working with our partners in Europe. We have 3 pilot sites, one here in Padiham in the United Kingdom, one in Italy and one in Germany. And the key objective we're trying to deliver is a 75% reduction in energy use for those customers living in those properties. Key objective to do that is to apply external wall insulation to the properties, new windows and new photovoltaics on the roof, which will provide some reduction in energy use for electric during the day for our customers. We're also going to be doing some renovation of the heating internally. That'll mean replacing the existing old storage heaters with new, more modern, controllable storage heating.
We're now at a stage where we've done, by this week we've done 88 properties of windows, 66 properties of heating. We're at the render, we've got the first block, the scaffold's been stripped down, painters will be on site next week, and overall we're on target and we should be finished for the August completion date.
Green Vision have been tasked with replacing the internal heating, internal hot water, ventilation systems. Externally we're looking at solar panels which hopefully link into everything, giving people a nice saving across their energy bills.
So what we're doing here is putting this insulation system onto the outside of the buildings, which helps to reduce the amount of heat escaping from the buildings, which will then make it more comfortable for the residents inside. In addition to insulating the buildings, we're putting a render system on the outside, which improves the aesthetics. So the little estate we've got here will look much better for the residents as a result.
The impact on the community, I think, is going to be massive, because you've now got an area where people want to actually live. It looks fantastic. People are going to be warmer, they're going to be happier, they're going to be more comfortable in the homes. So I think by doing this project and by doing the measures that we've installed, it's going to transform this community.
Being here today, looking at how the estate has improved and how the feel of the estates has changed, has been tremendous. I genuinely feel that the customers are more happier, more content. Before the refurbishment and whatnot, there wasn't this neighbourhood and neighbourly feelings there. But now, because the work's taking place, I can see people picking out plant pots, they're litter picking, they're helping each other, and people are much more happier of their external environment.
When you walk on the estate now, you can tell it's a clean estate. The houses are kept tidy, the grounds are tidy. There is a more sense of pride on the estate. I've seen a lot of difference in my savings, especially with my electric. I mean, whereas before I would put in £10 a week in my electric, this week I've noticed my £10 gone way over the week. The solar panels, what we have up, have made a big difference as well. Because with the sun amp, that runs off the solar panels and warms the water up before it goes into the boiler. So when you turn your tap on, you haven't got cold water coming through. And that is saving money as well on the gas, as well as the electric.
The work that Places for People have done has made this place the happiest I've been for a long time. I just feel like this is a home now. With the old heaters, because I was putting additional heaters on as well, I was doing about £45 a week. This winter, I was round about doing £30 a week, which is excellent. And actually last summer, I was actually down to, I think it was like £25 a month because of the solar panels. Because you're actually getting some energy from them during the day while it's sunlight. So I was just making sure I did more things during the daylight than I would at night time. So the savings are amazing.
What we did over 3 years with Places for People team was to involve tenants in an innovative way to measure the impact of renovations on their life before, during and after the interviews. In practice, it consisted in in-depth interviews that we have performed inside the home of the tenants. And we studied how they use their electricity appliances, how they manage their energy budget, and how they have changed their behaviors after the end of the renovations. The result of this work between Savills and Places for People team is called Green Neighbour, which was developed with the ideas of tenants on the design, the graphism and the text, and the way to improve their experience to manage energy and heating consumption inside their homes. In conclusion, this approach to co-design tools with tenants could be replicated in other sites precisely thanks to the way Places for People team manage, collaborate and build trust with their tenants. For sociologists, it's extremely important that we can build trust and that we can work in trust with tenants. Without this trust factor, it is not possible to co-design and engage tenants after the end of renovation. So this is why we have been able to do this work here in Padiham.
All the best.
Thanks, Kelly. Thanks. See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Since completion, it's been a lot warmer. I'm saving more money. I will put in £60 a week in, now I'm putting £25 a week in. And the money that I'm saving, now I can spend on Stephen and treat him. I know I haven't got heating on now, but it's still warm with the cladding and the windows. There's no drafts, there's no nothing. And it's just great. I don't worry now about feeding me or my son. And I know that I can heat my house and let us eat. It makes me feel I want to come home. if you know what I mean. I want to walk through my door and say, yeah, this is home. I'm not struggling, I'm not thinking, oh my God, I'm going to lie with duvet on while I'm watching telly because I can't afford to put my heating on. I can put my heating on and be warm, and it's just great that places of people have done this for us.
The refurbishment was finished last September, early October, and we've now had a full heat season. We're continuing to monitor the houses in regards to the electrical consumption. We've also started the process of a customer satisfaction survey, of which we're asking all the customers to give us feedback on their bill consumption and their thermal comfort throughout the winter. The initial feedback so far is very positive. We're seeing a reduction in any damp issues within the properties, and we're starting to see a reduction in consumption and in some cases a reduction in cost for our customers. Another benefit of the work they've carried out is we've started to see a reduction in people leaving the estate. We've also seen a waiting list for the estate starting to increase, and we've got some initial information around repair costs, whereby the work we've carried out, some of the repair costs and complaint levels are starting to drop. We will continue to monitor that over the next 12 months to see if our investment has had some wider benefits for the community and for the business in whole.